Good evening, faculty, staff, guests, and fellow graduates. A few seconds ago, Mr. Sandiford just announced my GPA, and most of you probably already forgot it. And that's okay, because years from now, no one is going to remember our test scores, our class ranks, or how many clubs we joined, but they will remember something else. They will remember the kind of person we were. Were we kind? Were we trustworthy? Did we show up for people when it mattered? As some of you may know, my mom owns a small local chicken restaurant in Apopka. It's called Chick-fil-A, if you've heard of it. So naturally, I grew up hearing about Chick-fil-A's founder, Truett Cathy, and the principles he lived by. One of the most important comes from Proverbs 22:1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. When I say a good name, I don't mean being the most successful person in the room. I mean being someone people trust and someone who treats others with kindness. A good name is built in the small choices, doing the right thing when no one's watching, and putting people before recognition. What's interesting is that Truett chose that verse long before any success or wealth. Before any of that, he made a decision. Character matters more than accomplishments. And that's a pretty good reminder for a night like tonight, because success doesn't last forever. But a good name, that's something that lasts. The world we're stepping into doesn't just need more successful people. It needs more people who choose kindness and integrity even when it's not convenient. I've seen that in people in this room. In the moments before a big test, when someone took the time to help a friend instead of just worrying about their own grade, or when someone actually lets you out of the gravel lot so you don't have to sit there for 20 minutes. These small moments matter more than we realize. So my challenge to the class of 2026 is simple. Build a good name. Smile. Encourage others. Be the kind of person others can count on. Work hard, but remember that success is about more than titles and paychecks. If someday we're known not just for what we accomplished, but for how we treated people along the way, then we will have lived well. Before we move on to this next chapter of our lives, I want to say thank you. To our teachers, faculty, and staff, thank you for investing in us, challenging us, and believing in us, even on the days we didn't make it easy. To our families, thank you for your sacrifices and the countless ways you helped us end up here. To my mom and dad, thank you for the little things I didn't always notice at the time. The rides to practices, buying poster boards the night before a project was due, and the way you showed up on the hard days, sometimes with waffle fries and milkshakes in hand. But more importantly, thank you for showing me what it looks like to live with integrity and treat people well. To my friends, thank you for the laughs, the shared stress before tests, and for showing up not just in the big moments, but the small ones too. But most importantly, thank you for making the ordinary days and the times we hung out just to do nothing, something I'm gonna miss. To my fellow lifers, who have been here since the days of playing guard or the acorn game on the playground, we were already learning something bigger than we realized. We learned how to treat each other, how to include one another, and how to grow. And looking back, it's those small, seemingly insignificant moments where character is actually built, long before anyone is keeping track. Character isn't something that suddenly appears at graduation. It's been forming in moments like those all along. To the rising seniors, I don't know. I wish I could give you all the answers, but I'm still figuring things out too. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Who you are matters more than what you achieve. So, class of 2026, if you remember anything from this speech, remember this. As we walk into whatever God has planned for us next, we get to decide what kind of people we're going to be. So choose to be someone who reflects something greater than themselves. Congratulations.